What's going on, survivors? Pretty nice day out. Not too hot, not too cold. Nashville, Tennessee. Watching the sunset. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signs bill that takes away Disney's special district policy. What does that mean? That means that Disney will no longer be allowed to operate within private lines of its company. This means that the same laws, American and Florida state laws, will apply to Disney down to the last particle. Disney has been facing a lot of backlash regarding them admitting to pushing an LGBTQ plus etc. agenda within their movies, saying that they're going to be sure to include more of that in their newer production. That, along with them siding with the Don't Say Gay bill. Right now, Disney's stock is reaching and tumbling back to pre-pandemic levels. So they're being placed back to when the pandemic was at an all-time high in 2020. Their stock has been lowered back to that level, to when Disney was hit the hardest, to when nobody was really using Disney Plus, etc., etc. Now, everybody that's within the know and that's done plenty of research is probably saying to themselves right now, that is an amazing thing. Shit on Disney's ass. Let's place Disney in the trash. Let's take them out for good. And partially, I would agree with that. But it's not going to go like that. Walt Disney was a 33rd degree Freemason. The guy that created the shit. At least the guy that they appointed to be the face of the shit. Okay? This means that he had a close connection with the same trillion-dollar families that dictate and run all of the most popular nations, all of the most richest nations that you see and know today, that you live in today. That's who he has backing him. That's who his company has backing him. Why do you think they're implementing this? Disney is a franchise that is most notably successful for marketing to children, for creating a basis of movies targeted to the youth, usually as young as toddlers. We all know this. This is not rocket science. Anybody that's grown up in the last 20 years, you know Disney. Tell the truth, anybody that growed up in the last 40 years, you still know Disney. You've probably seen the Disney when they had Nazi propaganda in it, when they had Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse doing the Sieg Heil of Hitler wearing the Nazi outfit. You've probably also seen the blackface, the racism in the older Disney movies. When they would show the characters with extremely black skin and extremely exaggerated facial features such as noses and lips. You've probably seen all of that within the past 50, 40 years if you're that old watching this. You will not, I want to say this properly. We will not be able to destroy Disney. Not at all. Why is that? Because Disney is backed by these trillion-dollar families. That's one reason. That's the main reason. But the corporate reason being, it's just a name. Disney is just a brand name. Say we get rid of Disney right now. We file some sort of lawsuit to where the name Disney is banished from American culture and cannot be used again, and all of its merchandise is burnt in a landfill. Let's say that happens, which it won't. They'll just pick a different company to fund it. Say it's not true. They'll just pick a different company, below that company to the top, that's catered for children, I mean, and then presume to give it a list of agendas to promote. No different than any other top celebrity, any other popular influencer is given before them. It's the same copy and paste strategy. These invaders that are here are not intelligent. They do the same stupid shit over and over again. They don't know how to do anything else. This is the reason why we're beginning to catch on to the pattern. This is the reason why you're beginning to learn what your country is really about and who really runs it. You would know that if they were doing something different every different civilization. If they were doing something different every so many centuries. But they're not. They're doing the same exact thing over and over again. This is the reason why it's easy to pinpoint who's doing it, who's pulling the strings, and who wants these agendas done. So there's no way to destroy it. It would just take it. It would just reappear in a new name, a new face, a new organization, a new owner. And it will be the same exact agendas being pushed to the top level, to the billion-dollar level. Same shit. With that said, who does Ron DeSantis have backing him? Ron DeSantis is not richer than Disney. Not by far. Ron DeSantis is not richer than Disney. Florida is not richer than Disney because it has a private connection to these trillion-dollar families. So who is supposed to have the back of this governor on this tirade he's going on to basically, at least what he's pushing in the public eye, to disassemble Disney, to destroy Disney, to level out Disney? Who's going to support him? Just citizens of Florida? The fuck are they going to do? So I say all that to bring the major issue and the point to the forefront that Florida will be the second to go. Florida will be the second to go because it is pushing back against the agendas. I've already said this, but now I'm letting you know that it will be second. Florida will be second to be demolished, destroyed, and reshaped. It is what it is. They're doing too much pushback. These guys, these invaders are on a time limit. These so-called elite, it's on a time limit. They have a certain time period to reach before the populace learns the full truth and grows the cojones to come after them with fire and torches and pitchforks. There's a small amount of threshold within that time period before everybody just says, fuck it, I'm tired of doing this slave work. I'm tired of pretending that I agree with this parasite system. Let's go. Who's with me? That will wreck all of their plans. That would mess up all of their plans. The smooth grind down of this culture, the smooth destruction of America will no longer be able to happen. The quiet destruction of America will no longer be able to happen. They would have to show you their true colors. If you come at them in that sense, they would have to show you their true colors. That will destroy what they have going on everywhere. Everywhere. So, you are a major problem. Florida, you are a major problem. Not as much of a problem as Texas, but still a problem nonetheless. So one of two things will happen. One, the entire Florida will have to pay the penalty for what this one man, Ron DeSantis, is doing. That's one thing. The second thing that can happen, Ron DeSantis mysteriously just ends up exercising himself, you know what I mean, offing himself somehow, some way. Oh, he just ends up in a mysterious car accident. Somehow this food item that he has a fatal allergic reaction to just somehow ends up on his plate or within his meal. That's the second thing that will happen. That could happen. One or two. Florida or Ron DeSantis. One of them has to pay the price for this. And one of them will very soon. So I'm going to keep you updated. I'm going to keep you with your head on a swivel and focus on the right thing that you need to be focused on. Because this is big things going on right now. Him targeting Disney is a big thing. Disney played a big part in indoctrinating our children and indoctrinating us during our childhood. The reason why these women have a princess complex now is because of Disney. The reason why most men have a subservient ideology towards women. Oh, I gotta serve her. I gotta do everything for her to make her happy. It's because of Disney. So know that is a major factor in why one of these two things will happen. Peace.